Welcome back. Our guest today loves food and loves writing. Charmian Christie, no relation, is a food blogger who likes interesting foods that are not too fancy, and she's here today to share with us some of those interesting recipes. Charmian, you are a busy lady.
Yes, I am.
And I find your profession quite fascinating because you do so many different things, and you're a freelancer, and you really just have found everything you love and found a way to make a living at it. Tell us about what you do.
What I do is I write about food, I research food, I photograph it, and I blog about it. So I'm my own editor, I'm my own writer, I'm my own producer, and I get to explore the world around me of food, and we're in a great location for some of the best food.
Absolutely. And one of the things that you had mentioned to me is that when you go to market, you take your camera with you, and you take pictures of the food as you see it, and then go home and do something with it, put it online so that the world can see.
Yep. And well, my motto is real food, real life. It ain't always pretty. So sometimes it works out really well, and sometimes it doesn't. And I share my triumphs and my disasters because I don't want people to think that it has to be perfect every time.
Right. Okay, well, you brought along two recipes
recipes
today.
yeah.
So what are we making?
Well, the first one we're going to make is very simple. It's just a baked apple. And a lot of people are intimidated by the baked apple because they first of all don't know how to core the apple,
Here,
and then they don't know how to cook the apple. So I'm going to get you to core it. This
Okay.
is an apple corer, and all you do is you push this in right down to the bottom, and
Just
then like that, and then you pull it out.
Just pull it right out.
And then you can you push that through, and it gets rid of the core.
Get rid of that.
Yeah. So now you have a cored apple.
Perfect.
And it's ready to be baked. What's wonderful about a baked apple is you can do anything you want with it. You can have a cinnamon stick in the middle if you want it plain and simple. I like to put in chopped candied ginger. My mom likes a little butter and nutmeg. You can do maple syrup, and everybody can have their own baked apple the way that they like it. Put it in a 350-degree oven for about a half an hour. Another thing that intimidates people is they don't know how long to bake it, and how big the apple is and the type of apple makes a difference. It'll come out of the oven hot and bubbly and hissing and smelling wonderful. It puffs up initially. It goes down like this. If you undercook it, call it al dente. If you overcook it, take the skin off and call it applesauce. It tastes good no matter what.
You can't really mess it up too much.
You can't mess it up. You serve it with a little ice cream, maybe a little frozen yogurt or vanilla yogurt, and it's a healthy, simple dish. It can cook while you're eating dinner.
Like you said, nice and easy. Easy but interesting.
Super easy. Now I'm going to get you to peel this one while I talk about the next dish.
How do you just like as if it's a carrot? Like,
like
go down like that?
If it's a carrot, you can do it sideways.
Or this way?
Yeah. You can't go wrong again.
Really?
No,
you
you
sure
can't
about
go
that?
wrong. No.
Okay.
I'm actually going to core and peel as I do the next one. See, I've gone down on this core a little on the angle. But what you can do is you can peel the apple by going around and around and around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what I should be doing?
I play a game with myself. Can I get it all in one round?
In one.
I screwed up. But as long as you get the skin off, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
The next dish I'm going to talk about is an individual apple crisp. It's sometimes called a crumble, sometimes called a Betty. Don't get too upset about what you call it. It tastes good just the same.
Right.
What I love about this is you make an individual portion. This is the size of the bowl. It's when it's empty. It holds about a single apple.
So you don't have to worry about when it's done getting it all cut up.
No.
Great.
You chop up the apple right in there. What I like about it is it doesn't take any more time to do an individual apple crisp as it does a big pan.
Really?
Cooks a little bit faster. Yeah, it's the same amount of work. It's portion controlled because you eat your one portion and then you stop, because if you're like me and you have a whole pan in front of you,
right, you want to keep going.
Well, you don't want to, you just have to, because it's there and it's
there
calling
and it looks
to
good
you.
and it smells good.
It's calling to you, and you will wind up eating the whole pan.
Yeah.
This is individual portions, and they look fabulous. If you do a single portion of anything, it looks fancier than if you have a whole pan's worth. See,
You're right, it does. That
looks
looks really nice, just like that. If you were to bring this out on a tray, it wouldn't quite look as nice.
Both of them get served with either ice cream. On my blog today, I have this served with creme fraiche, which is just a fermented whipping cream, and a little bit of maple syrup. Then what I do is I take the apple and I just chop it into here. You can chop it big, you can chop it small.
So you just have your bowls out and you just
have
go
your bowls
along
out and just chop right into them. Chop them big, chop them small. It's personal opinion. I like mine a little on the smaller side because I like them to break down when they're cooking and almost be like an applesauce. Other people like theirs firm.
Right, and it doesn't really matter how many you put in?
It holds about 1 apple. I've, of course, chosen the biggest apple in the batch.
Right.
But if you chop it a little bit smaller, it'll hold more. You want it a little bit higher because it will fall down. That was quite round when I put it in.
Just that.
Bakes down a bit. Within half an hour to 40 minutes, you have a lovely apple crisp that's individual. The smell will drive you insane.
Very good. You know what, I'm going to put up, as she was mentioning, the recipe. Let's put up the website where you can get that. There it is, christie-corner.blogspot.com. We know that may be tough for you to remember, so we did put it on our website, swo.ctv.ca. Click on Info Bits, and it has right there the 2 simple apple recipes. Click on that, and you will see that recipe there. We are out of time, but quickly, just what is this
this is just the crumble. I have the recipe for the crumble topping on my blog, and the individual ones, if you have extra left over, put it in the freezer or for later use.
Perfect.
It won't be wasted.
Well, thank you. Very interesting profession, and we appreciate you coming in. Come back anytime.
I'd love to.
Time for a break, but ahead in sports, a local CFL star finds job security in Saskatchewan.